Hello everyone. Today, we're going on a journey of transformation, exploring a profound question: do you want to get well? Our story unfolds at the Pool of Bethesda, as described in John chapter 5, verses 1 through 15. Near the sheep gate in Jerusalem lay this pool. It was a place heavy with expectation, a site where the desperate gathered, hoping for a miracle that often seemed just out of reach. Let's consider the irony of this place. The name, Bethesda, itself means house of mercy in Hebrew. Yet, the reality was starkly different. It was a scene of ruthless competition, driven by a common superstition. People believed that when the water stirred, an angel was present, and only the first person to enter would be healed. The result? A brutal environment where the strong trampled the weak. This was survival of the fittest, not an outpouring of divine grace. Among this crowd lay a man who had been an invalid for a staggering 38 years. Think about that for a moment. 38 years. That's a lifetime for many, a period long enough for an entire generation to pass away. For this man, time had solidified his despair. He wasn't merely physically sick, his hope had withered. He was trapped in a relentless cycle of watching the water stir and then failing, again and again, to reach it. But then, grace entered the shadows. Jesus arrived in Jerusalem for a feast, yet his path led him straight to this house of misery, to this pool. He didn't wait to be called or asked. He knew the man's history, recognizing that he had been lying there for a very long time. It was an instance where divine grace actively sought out the one who was utterly incapable of helping himself. Then, Jesus posed a profound question: do you want to get well? On the surface, this might seem unnecessary to ask a sick man. But after 38 years, hopelessness can become a deeply ingrained habit, a comfort zone of resignation. Jesus was not just addressing the physical ailment, he was piercing through to the man's will. Was he resigned to his fate? Did he still harbor any desire for change, or had he simply given up? The man's response revealed his mindset: "Sir, I have no one to help me into the pool when the water is stirred. While I am trying to get in, someone else goes down ahead of me." He didn't answer Jesus's question directly. Instead, he made excuses, blaming his environment, the lack of support, and the unfair system. He was looking for a person to push him into the water, completely failing to see the very creator of the universe standing right before him. Jesus, however, completely ignored the water. He didn't offer to lift the man or help him into the pool. He simply spoke words of divine authority: "Get up. Pick up your mat and walk." With this command, Jesus replaced a superstitious ritual with a powerful, divine instruction. He didn't just offer sympathy, he offered the transformative power of his word, demonstrating his authority over all circumstances. And what an instant transformation it was. At once, the man was cured. The paralysis that had bound him for 38 years was broken, not by luck or fierce competition, but purely by his obedience to Jesus' voice. The mat, which had once been his bed of misery, instantly became a powerful trophy, a symbol of God's incredible healing power and grace. However, this miraculous healing led to the Sabbath conflict. The day this incredible event occurred was the Sabbath. Instead of celebrating a life gloriously restored, the Jewish leaders saw only a broken rule. They confronted the man, saying, "It is the Sabbath. The law forbids you to carry your mat." To them, preserving their religious system and traditions was far more important than showing mercy to a suffering human being. When questioned, the man tried shifting the blame. He replied, "The man who made me well said to me, 'Pick up your mat and walk.'" He didn't even know who Jesus was. He had received the miraculous gift of healing but didn't know the giver. In fear, he attempted to protect himself by blaming the stranger. Grace had healed his body, but unfortunately, his heart was still ruled by self-preservation, not gratitude or faith. Later, Jesus found him again at the temple, offering a deeper warning. The physical healing was just the beginning of what Jesus desired for him. He wanted the man's soul. Jesus told him, "See, you are well again. Stop sinning or something worse may happen to you." This powerful statement warns us that there is a fate far worse than 38 years of physical paralysis, the eternal consequence of remaining in sin. This story highlights the crucial distinction between the body and the soul. The miracle of healing the man's body was Jesus demonstrating his immense power. To walk physically is undoubtedly a great blessing. However, Jesus' ultimate mission goes further. He calls for holiness to demonstrate his love. To walk with God, in his ways, is salvation. Jesus calls us not merely to physical health, but to a transformed life, truly turned away from sin. Now, let's reflect. What is your mat? We all have our own Bethesda, a place of resignation where we tend to blame our circumstances. Perhaps you've said, I can't change because of my past, or I can't succeed because no one ever helps me. Are you relying on the world's stirring water, things like luck, money, or external validation while ignoring the clear voice of Jesus calling you to something more? So, I urge you today, rise and walk. Don't wait for the water to move. The Savior is already present, right here, right now. Stop making excuses for your current condition. The question remains, just as it did for the man at Bethesda, do you truly want to get well? Respond to his powerful word. Pick up your mat, that is, your past, your excuses, your pain, and step into the brand new life he so freely offers you.